school a lot because of it.
You know, they called you just horrible names. How did you compare to other children? Really, how much different was it?
Very much different. I hid away from the other kids because a lot of them would call me gorilla. It was more the boys than it was the girls. My big brother did try to help me, but it wasn't...
But was it like noticeably different?
Yes. Mainly around here and on my lips. Well, that's the bottom of it now, but it wasn't that bad when I was a child. As I've got older, it's got worse, obviously, with having to shave, wax, pluck, do what have you. It's just never gone away.
And this was right from being born? You say that your
mum said I was the hairiest baby she'd ever seen. She could tie a ponytail in my head hair.
Well, the children can be, and we've said this so many times, you sort of understand that children can be terribly, terribly cruel. But it extends beyond that, doesn't it? Yeah. It's not just children, it's adults as well.
I get it quite a lot from the male variety. Because, well, I laugh it off when they say, oh, you've got a better beard than I do. Well, I do, but they're only jealous because they're not great at themselves. But some girls do frown upon it and can't understand. I've got a friend who has a similar problem. She won't go as far as, this is the bravest I've ever been. She can't understand why I've done what I've done.
So you've grown this for us today, haven't you? You haven't shaved.
I've left it for 16 days.
So how often do you have to shave them?
Twice a day.
Twice a day, first thing in the morning?
Yeah, and then by dinner time it's back.
And is it all over your body?
Yes.
Absolutely everywhere?
Everywhere.
So when you were a little girl, and I remember my girls saying like they want to shave their legs the first time they decided they wanted to shave their legs. When was the first time you shaved your legs?
I was 13.
Was this for when your mum was getting married?
Yes. My mum shaved my legs for getting married.
She wanted you to
I
wear
wouldn't get my bridesmaid's dress because I didn't look like my sisters.
And it was not until you were about 14 that you finally, because of very heavy periods, and you having periods every 2 weeks, that you finally got a diagnosis.
Yes.
And it was because of the polycystic ovaries. Can you explain how that, what it is, what's the condition?
Cysts grow on your ovaries, making testosterone instead of the estrogen, which I do need. It's a bit hard. There's not a lot of research done on it from what I've gathered. I've done it myself. I've gone onto the internet, I've read books. Sorry, I'm shaking. Little cysts grow into your ovaries, which blocks off the hormone, and it puts out the testosterone instead of the estrogen.
And it's not hereditary. Your mum doesn't have it. It's not in the family.
I think my daughter's got it.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 11.
And so as you say, the medical world hasn't really been able to help. No. And you shave faster than your male members of your family.
Yes.
It has led to, and I can understand because we've already discussed the bullying aspect of it, when it comes to finding a relationship, and there have been times in your life where we know that you were told that you couldn't have children, it was very difficult to have children, and miraculously
my daughter came
along came your daughter. But it was a one-night stand, and you had a bit to drink, and thought, well, I'm probably safe anyway, and you weren't.
No.
And then, but thankfully, you have a loving mum and a lovely daughter.
Yes.
What a lovely thing to have.
Yes.
And then you had Jack, another
that was a shocker.
Yeah.
I was on something called metformin to help reduce the hair, and it turned out it was a fertility drug. And also used for diabetics, which is also caused by polycystic ovaries as well. And my son came along, and what a miracle.
Which is those things are things to celebrate. Unfortunately, the relationship came apart, which is very sad. Led you to have last year the worst year of your life and attempt suicide.
Yeah.
So the place that you are now, whereabouts are you now?
Since a lady called Natalie Lisbon, she does work for